Jenny from Just Being Me, and you're listening to the Learning to Love Yourself podcast, the show that inspires you to put yourself first.
Learning to love yourself on the path to happiness. Learning to love yourself on the path to happiness.
Before we dive into today's episode, I've got something really powerful for you. If you've ever found yourself stuck in self-doubt, constantly second-guessing your decisions, or feeling like you just can't trust yourself, you're not alone. But the good thing is, it doesn't have to stay that way. I've created something to help you take that very first step, because that's the hardest one. It's called the Self-Belief Checklist, and it's a free tool to help you spot exactly where you're getting stuck and where you can start shifting things today. So look down in the show notes and get your free copy now. Welcome back to the podcast. I'm Jenny Field, the self-belief expert. So today we're going to be talking about getting to know yourself, even if you feel totally disconnected with who you are right now. You ever looked at yourself in the mirror and thought, I just don't know who I am anymore? Well, let me tell you, if you have, you're not broken for feeling that way, and you're definitely not alone. And the most important thing about that is you're not stuck with feeling that way. Most of the people I work with come to me because they feel like something's missing. They're exhausted from people pleasing, from second guessing every decision, bending themselves into whatever version of acceptable they think others want. They've spent years or even decades surviving toxic relationships, hiding their neurodiversity, walking on eggshells, and being the strong one for everyone else. They know how to function, but they don't know how to feel like themselves. I know this because this was me. So where do you even start when you're not even sure who you are? Let me walk you through a little bit of it. Firstly, understand that you've been surviving, not living. If you've been through trauma, toxic relationships, or lived your life trying to keep other people happy, it makes total sense that you would feel disconnected from who you are, because you've been protecting yourself. You've learned how to mask your real feelings, hold it all in, and keep the peace. You learned that being vulnerable wasn't safe. So you stopped sharing, stopped trusting, stopped tuning in to what you need. And I want you to know, it's not a weakness. That's surviving. But now when you're ready to shift from surviving into something more, something that's real, that starts with creating safety within yourself. One of the things I teach in my membership and in my one-to-one coaching is to start paying attention to what's actually going on inside your head and to notice how your body is feeling. Not to judge it, not to try and fix it straight away. Just notice. What are the thoughts that pop up when you make a mistake? What are the stories that you tell yourself when you feel rejected? What do you say to yourself when someone asks you what you want? This is where we find the root of your self-belief. Not in what's happening around you, but in what your brain has been taught to expect. Because a belief is just a thought you've practiced over and over. And that means you can unlearn it. We need to understand which energy we're sitting in. And this part is really powerful, because you might feel stuck, unsure, or lost because you're sitting in what I call low energy. So it's either low feminine energy or low masculine energy. Low feminine is when you're over apologizing, you're people pleasing, you need reassurance, or you're feeling like you have to be rescued. It's the energy of, I'm not good enough, why bother? Low masculine is when you're pushing too hard, over controlling, overthinking, acting out of fear, or needing to prove something. It's the energy, if I do more, then I'll be enough. And that was me. Remember, neither is bad because they're just coping strategies. But let me tell you, they are exhausting and they keep you away from who you really are. Getting to know yourself starts by learning to shift into your higher energy states. High feminine is grounded, it's open, it's present, and it's playful. You feel safe being seen because you trust yourself. High masculine is focused, purposeful, and powerful. You take action from clarity, not from panic. When these two work together, you stop needing to perform. You start to feel like yourself again. I know saying this seems easy, but once you decide you want to practice doing this, then the practice can begin. We never achieve perfect because we're all human. But the trying, that's where the growth is. I want you to get curious, but without pressure. Because we don't need to have all the answers. You don't need to know your life purpose by next Tuesday. You just need to start asking questions with compassion and not criticism. Ask yourself things like, what do I actually enjoy? What drains me? When do I feel like me most? What have I been pretending to be fine with that I'm really not? I use a process in my membership called continued writing. It's an NLP technique where you finish open-ended prompts and uncover what's sitting in your subconscious. That inner voice that you've been ignoring, because she's still in there. You just need to find out how to listen to her. Next, it's focusing on letting go of the shoulds. Because getting to know yourself means unlearning the rules that never fit you in the first place. The rules that said, you should be nice. You should be strong and never complain. You should put others first, and you should be over it by now. All of those shoulds, they're somebody else's voice, and you can let them go now. You don't need to follow a rule book that wasn't written for the real you. You need to be able to give yourself space to be honest. And this bit's a bit scary, but it's where the shift really happens. Start being honest about what you want, what you don't want, and what you've outgrown. Even if you don't know what to do with that honesty yet, even if it feels uncomfortable at first. Getting to know yourself isn't about becoming someone new. It's about remembering who you were before the world told you to be something else. You don't have to do this alone. It is deep work. And the deep stuff, you're not meant to figure it out all by yourself. And that's why I created spaces like my membership and my one-to-one coaching. For people like you can take the mask off, feel held, and I mean really held. And start becoming the version of yourself that you've always felt was just out of your reach. You deserve support that helps you to feel safe. Safe enough to look inside of you. And brave enough to step forward. Getting to know yourself isn't a quick fix. It takes practice. And it's about coming home. Every time you choose to pause, notice, ask, or listen, you're doing it. You're finding your way home. You're reconnecting with the you underneath the coping. And I promise you, it's so worth knowing. You don't have to stay disconnected. You're allowed to know love and trust yourself again. And it all starts now. Thanks for listening today. If you'd like to know more, you can find all the links down below. Oh, and don't forget to press subscribe so you can catch the next one. See you soon.